You got it all right.
I think we're rolling. The Jayhawks are about to take on the Comets from Olivet.
That's always a tough duel, being an interstate rivalry. So,
Division III school against the junior college. You know, when I was here, I don't remember ever seeing Olivet. I'm sure they were at our open. You know, this is back in 92, 93, 94. I know that after I left Muskegon Community College, you still had a year left. Did you guys wrestle Olivet?
We did wrestle Olivet a couple times. We went to Olivet and wrestled them in a duel. And the Jayhawks always fared well against Olivet back when we wrestled them.
How'd you do in your match against?
I did okay against. I had them beat. And there were some unfortunate circumstances that transpired, and I did not get the technical fall, and ended up giving up a 6-point. Well, it ended up being a 12-point swing, 11-point swing due to a disqualification. I was wrestling a biter.
Oh, he bit you.
He bit me, and I took offense to it. Played into his hand.
You took umbrage to that?
I took offense. And so the only points that Olivet scored that evening were 6 points.
Of course, Coach Gaffner was the head coach then, younger, much more tolerant and accepting.
Right, he was all of it, the acceptance in the world.
Were there consequences and repercussions to your eyes?
Every day. For the rest of the season, I had to run. Every day.
You love to run, though. That's like a reward for you.
Practice is done for everybody except for McGehee. So we have Benny Gomez.
Benny Gomez, still a high school state champion from 2015, still a 4-time placer and a double Fargo All-American. He's taking on a sophomore from Armada, not Armada.
Not Armada.
Armada, Michigan, Brandon Goyke, or Goik. I'm going to call him Goyke.
It looks like a Goyke to me. What's Goyke's credentials?
None.
He's a sophomore.
He is a sophomore. That's his credential.
All right. Goyke just got taken down.
Did the benches clear when you got bit?
There was a former Jayhawk on there.
Dave Terrazas.
Dave Terrazas was not on the team at that time, but Joe Johnson was.
Oh, Joe Johnston. He was a load.
Joe Johnson was a load. Now, JoJo, I think Dave was on that team then. Helped keep the benches from Olivet from clearing. And
Joe Johnston was the peacemaker?
Of all people.
Of all people. Joe Johnston, I hope you're on YouTube. I hope you watch this and you hear and can use as proof that at one time, Joe Johnston was a peacemaker.
Now, if you are on, we sure would like to see you. Kind of miss seeing you. So you show up to the golf outing one year, the wrestling alumni golf outing. Now, Benny Gomez is handling this match right now. Believe it or not, there's a tilt.
There's another tilt.
Another tilt
earlier.
Tilt for 4 earlier, score 6-0.
They were
in the first. Believe it or not. Now the guy who told me to put the weights in front of the door, I'm not putting these back in the middle of a program. So,
legendary official.
Legendary official.
We're on TV or what? You know?
We are on TV. Mr. Nesbitt, Randy Nesbitt, legendary official, joins us in the broadcast.
Thanks, Coach. So we're joined in the booth with legendary official
Coach Gaffner. We were just talking about Coach
Randy
Gaffner.
Nesbitt, Coach Gaffner.
Gaffner always has to hurt somebody when he walks by. We were talking about the time Mr. McGehee got bit by the Olivet Comet.
Yeah.
Didn't go that well for Mr. McGehee. Apparently he had to run. Benny Gomez is ahead. Two tilts and a takedown.
And that's just the ones
we
we
weren't
see.
so rudely interrupted by the legends that passed through the press box.
He's got solid control of this match, riding time.
A little crab ride action there.
And he has at least 8 points right now.
We don't know for sure because Gaffner walked through and interrupted us.
But he's got at least 8 points.
My apologies. Coach Gaffner walked through.
There's no way. Did Benny take top?
You're tired.
Did Benny
Hall
take
of Famer Coach Gaffner walked through and distracted us. Benny's going to give up the escape.
All right. Benny gave up the escape after he's earned so many points. I guess it was a good move by Goike to take down. Scores at least 8-1. There goes Benny. Benny's got some nice movement there.
He's moving a lot faster than he did in the first match. You know, we jokingly talked about the lactic acid buildup, and he just is quicker in this match. More explosive.
It's almost like he went out and had 5 for 5 before he wrestled the first match and slowed him down a touch.
That might be a difference between a high school senior and a college freshman. Well, maybe. What kind of college freshman goes out and eats 5 roast beef sandwiches before the duel against Niagara?
I gotta believe it's a college freshman that does not think he's going to wrestle that evening.
Well, one of us might have been a college sophomore that night who should have known better.
Well, if Benny had him, he's worked him out of his system, so he just scored another 2 takedowns.
For the young wrestlers who might be watching at home, 5 roast beef sandwiches after weigh-ins on a night before your college wrestling debut is a recipe for disaster.
It is a bad decision.
You'd think it was our first day.
You got away with a little bit more when you were a high school senior than you do when you're a college freshman.
Yes. Danny Gomez.
There's another takedown. That's his 3rd takedown of the period. He's already got the riding time. He's going to keep him on the mat, or he should keep him on the mat with short time. He looks up and he sees the tapper. Throws on that spiral ride. He's not going to come off the hip. He's waiting for time right now, and there it goes.
He's just dominant.
Score right now is at least 14-3 with riding time.
Somewhere in the neighborhood of 14-3.
Benny's going to take down. Oh, you get the reversal
and a cradle.
And a cradle.
That's going to do it.
And a fall. Very nicely done.
That was impressive. Benny Gomez looked explosive, and that was a thorough dismantling.
It was. He scored the points and then put them on his shoulders for the win.
A pin almost always helps.
A pin almost always helps. So that puts the Jayhawks up early with their returning national qualifier at 133 pounds.
We will have the return of Corey Robinson from Whitehall, Michigan. He'll be taking on senior Jacob Kinney from North Branch. No honors or accolades listed for Kinney, other than the fact he's a senior.
He's a senior. So the sophomore versus the senior at 133 pounds.
Is it okay if I can go run in there? No? I'll go around.
Where you at? Where you at?
Kinney from North Branch. Where is North Branch, Mike?
Right next to the tattoo parlor.
Next to the tattoo parlor. They have a tattoo parlor, and Mr. Kinney found it. Spent a lot of time there. Got one on his right leg.
There's a right leg.
6 or 7 of them across his back. Robinson with the tattoo on his right leg, but way out tattoo.
Way out tattooed on this one. Ooh, poked him in the eye. That's a good strategy by Robinson.
Oh, Robinson had the eye gouge.
He did a little eye gouging.
In anticipation of being bitten.
Now he's got the 2-on-1 tie. Robinson liked that 2-on-1. I don't remember running the 2-on-1 at all.
Not a lot. Corey will score with counters, and he will attack, but his game has been on top. Like he is, he will generate some action from on top.
He's got a fireman
A
dump
short
there.
fireman there.
There you go.
Good start.
2 takedown for Corey.
Got a cross wrist all worked out.
Now, I may be wrong. I might have my weight classes wrong, but I know for sure it went up. But last season, our leading scorer, Corey Robinson, moved up 1, 2, 3, 4 weight classes.
I thought he wrestled the regional or the regional tournament at 165.
Hey, believe it or not.
Tiltsworth. And a pin with the
And
tilt.
a pin with a tilt.
Boom.
I've seen enough to know I've seen too much.
Oh, doctor.
We're going to call it 1:42, considering I can't see the clock.
Are you sure it wasn't 43?
Yep,
That's a nice rebound for Corey Robinson.
it was. We knew he had more in him than what he showed that first
Absolutely.
match. And, sometimes you just run into somebody that has a better day and maybe the better wrestler that day. So he came back, he got the nice takedown with the dump, ran a tilt. So at 141 pounds, MCC is a void.
Not sure who's going to accept the void for Olivet. It'll either be Ethan May. May's listed as their 141 pounder. Not sure if they'll bump him up to 49.
Well, I think the beauty of it is we're never going to know.
Come to the hip. Come to the hip. Let's go, Drew.
He looks like a 41 pounder to
Get that arm out.
41 pounder?
Drew. Right arm out.
Well, if it is, it's Ethan May.
me. What's Ethan May's story?
Ethan May is a 141 pounder. He's a freshman from Decatur, 3-time state qualifier. He took third twice in Division 4, if that in fact is who is wrestling.
Let go, guys. Let go. Let go of it. One more turn here. One more turn.
If it's not May, we're going to call him May. If it's not May, it's Joe Schuler, who's a junior from Sanford Meridian.
No, I'm going to say that's not me.
You can say it's not May?
I'm going to say it's, well, we're at 149 pounds now. So if it is May, he moved up to wrestle Dren Bratram.
Well, your guess is as good as mine, Mike.
All right, well, I'm going to say, let's call him May. He's in on a single
Ethan
leg
May is a freshman. He's a 3-time state qualifier from Decatur.
from Decatur. And he's wrestling,
Dren Bertram, who's still from Greenville, and he's still a high school state placer. He took 7th. And Bratram is a freshman. Actually, if this is 149, I'm going to call this Joe Schuler. He's a junior, and he was a letter winner last year.
okay. All right. The letter winner from Olivet.
From Olivet.
Score is still zeros.
Schuler looked like he tried a little short high crotch there and stalled out on it.
Ooh. So we didn't see anybody take a forfeit.
We didn't.
We did not. So we're going to say that didn't happen.
Are you suggesting this is a 141 pound match?
I'm suggesting the score is 18-6.
We're a well-oiled machine.
That's
We
what I
don't
say.
have a 141 pounder, so it has to be 18-6.
Correct. Double void.
Or a double void, yes. Yeah, the old double void.
Double void. Oh, he's got the 2.
Which suggests this could be Ethan May.
This could be Ethan May.
Keep sending that arm in. Keep sending that arm in.
wonder if anybody watches this. If I thought anybody was watching, I would leave it at Joe Schuler. But as it is, I'll bet they bumped May up to 149 and did the double vote.
You think so?
I think so.
All right.
Get your arm, nothing yet. Get your arm through. Hey, sweep that all day. Hey, sweep that all day. Hit the sweep. Every time you snap right now. Just drop to the man when he steps. Drop. Just jump to the
What
man.
is going on?
He got
That's
close.
a,
He has covered it. He's covered the ankle.
there's this 2.
Come to your feet. Come to your feet.
Close to backs.
He's got the Turk in. He's elevating. There.
Keep the elbow.
Straighten the arm. There it is. Nice job. He's got the 2. I still. How is that not 4?
All day when you step.
There's 4.
Don't try, just do your sweep, son.
Oh,
That's going to get
That's gonna hurt.
uncomfortable.
it's gonna hurt. That's a good period for Dren.
That's a very good period.
Score 8-1.
May deferred there. Braxton chose down.
Just take a sweep, just quick shot. Take them. Take the shot. Right there, just drop to the ankle.
The old standing switch.
Standing switch, pulls him around on top. There's his 2. I thought it was sooner, but
Did Coach Gaffner drop these t-shirts off for us?
yeah. Oh
A whole
yeah.
big pile of t-shirts.
Well, not all for us.
We run fast enough, they are.
Well, the other ones are for. They're all going to the same household.
Oh, okay.
So, -1 goes to the scorekeeper.
Stalin call in the Comet on May. Just put his chest on the mat and stayed there. Randy Nesbitt. He just breezed through the announcer's box. Is he still officiating or is he retired
Oh
from
no,
the-
he's officiating. I think he's officiating here tomorrow. Oh, that was a little unorthodox on how he got there, but we'll take it. He's got to be able to put this thing away. We could use another 6.
Get the leg off your head.
There it is. Raise that shoulder.
You have a secret animosity towards Olivet, don't you?
I do, yeah, I do.
There's a fall.
Pin him anytime you can.
Pin him anytime you can. Gotta pin
I'm
him
going to
fast,
say
remember?
fall 4:36.
That's a good time. Boy, the Jayhawks are rolling. Ratchram with a fall over Ethan May, the freshman, the 3-time state qualifier.
Also, he's going to let coach is going to let Gonzalez go at 57 this time. With it looks like JoJo Dowdell will be the one to move up.
Sage Gonzalez at 157. The third place finisher last year in the state from Alma.
He's wrestling Frank Mercurio.
Frank Mercurio from Cosino High School. Did I say that right?
Yep.
Sterling Heights, Cosino, third last year at the Ben McMullen Open.
Ooh.
Doesn't say what year he is. I'm going to assume that he is a sophomore.
I'd go with that assumption. What's Sage credentials?
He was a high school state placer, took third, and he just took his Comet opponent down. That's a good credential.
That's a good start.
Almost had backs. Almost.
Now again, the weights could be a little goofy, but this guy definitely looks like a Frank Mercurio to me.
Yeah, I'm guessing we got this one right.
And he's got maybe his name tattooed across his back.
Yep, I was about to announce that they don't have any tattoo parlors in Sterling Heights, but they do.
They do, and they know how to spell his name.
Do know how to spell his name. Not a mustache factory, though.
Not a mustache factory. Rule change this year, facial hair allowed.
Allowed, yeah. The 97-pounder Headwan, well bearded.
Well bearded.
Oh, this is going to be.
There's some more back points. Oh, he's working for a fall. He's got to
That half's in deep.
keep those toes in bounds.
He got him.
You think he's got him?
I think he's got him.
Think he's got him? Oh, there it is. Very nicely done. That's a fall. Let's call that 216.
The Jayhawks making short work of this one, Mike McGehee.
They are. So far, the only points the Comets have scored have been on a double forfeit.
A double forfeit. That takes us to 165.
At 165 pounds, we have a 157-pounder wrestling.
JoJo Dowdell. Great scramble in the last match.
JoJo Dowdell is going to wrestle Ethan Sharp.
Ethan Sharp from Schoolcraft. He's a freshman. He's a 4-time state qualifier, 1-time All-Stater in Division 4. Tall, rangy young
He
man.
is a rangy wrestler.
And JoJo thinks he can get underneath Ethan Sharp.
Oh.
Oh boy, that was a quick
no
he waved it
takedown.
up.
There you go. Waved it off. That was a good call. Good call.
I try not to react here to officials' calls. That would have been a quick one.
Well, that would have been a quick one. He made the right call by calling it off, though. You got to give him credit for that.
JoJo with a roll through tilt.
Another tilt? Are you kidding
Who
me?
knew tilts work?
Who knew? Power move. 4-pointer.
Well, he's looking for a can opener as well.
I'm
That is a power move.
I'm a big
did it.
fan of a can opener.
Man, oh man, that hurts. That hurts my knee watching that. He's going to get it too. You don't see a lot of can openers
Well, not in high school.
in high school. It's illegal in high school.
Illegal in high school. Ooh. JoJo bringing some pain. Now there's some power moves.
That's a power half.
Slide it out, slide your hip over, jump over and run it. Oh. There's 4 more.
And then roll through tilt. Took him too far. He's got to land that bottom knee pointing towards the lights.
Now see, for my
There's some hip
taste,
pressure.
reach back and grab it. That can opener worked well. Why not just keep running the can opener?
I like the way Dowdell rides the leg. Lots and lots of hip pressure,
Lots
keeping the
of
guy on the mat.
Right now, the score 14. He's going to do it. He's going to step through that. Oh, nice. He's going to give him the 1. Takedown wins it.
Stalling call going out of bounds against the Comet. JoJo looked like he was looking for a throw over on the edge, like he's trying to make up for his last match. A little frustration, maybe.
Maybe, but he's got nothing to be ashamed about that last
heck
match.
no.
He's going to get another shot at it tomorrow. Now this is twice this match, so I don't care for this. That JoJo's let him get to his legs.
Right, gotta be careful there.
Shoot him up! Shoot him up! Go to the single! Shoot him up! Center here.
This time he got the takedown.
What was JoJo up 14-1 there?
He was up 14-1. He was up 14-0.
Yeah, you gotta
Before he cut him.
close out that match.
Okay. Oh. Get your hips high. Get your hips high. Don't go to your back. Don't wait. Just keep scooting. Hook the leg.
And back.
There was no back there. What he was counting was, this is the rule change that they were talking about. You get the 3 seconds to change your position. He was on his back, but the takedown hadn't been awarded, so they gave him the 3 seconds. So he counted the 3, they awarded the 2, they went out of bounds.
So the counting, as a fan of wrestling, when you watch, you see an official counting, and it's not necessarily back points. It's a scramble situation.
He was warning Green that he was in danger. He counted the 3 count. After the 3 count, he awarded the 2 takedown.
So Sharp is back in this match.
Well, Sharp is back in the match. It's 5-14, 6-14 now. Oh, I'm sorry.
15-6 or 15-5? No,
What was the 1 for?
I didn't see
1
it.
point. I missed it. 15-1 or 15 to. Got it. So 16.
JoJo flying his hips from underneath, looking for 2.
There's his 2 reversal. JoJo is up by 13 points right now. Score is 18-5. Thank you. They go out of bounds before the escape was awarded. So Sharp goes back down for the Comets.
Joe Dowdell has one of the best motors I've ever coached. As these matches get longer and longer, you know, he'll wear guys down. He's in terrific shape. Has always been able to close out matches late when other guys gassed.
Really, it's a great opportunity. You know, we're talking about JoJo and the guy who's coached. We have 2 Vikings. We have a Crusader. We have a Rocket all on the team. For our local guys to have a place to go and a place to continue their education and continue their wrestling career is this close to home is just phenomenal.
We talk about it every year. It's such a blessing to these guys who, you know, some of these guys might have been able to go to other schools, some of them not. But to be able to continue their career this close to home is special. In a storied program.
Absolutely. A storied program. And this wrestling is as good as any in the country that you'll see. So that's the end of the second period.
Well, you know that there are high schoolers and other people who will look down their noses at junior college or Division III wrestling. And Dowdell and Blake Ross's first match, these guys are wrestling. These are talented wrestlers at this level.
Oh, absolutely. They really are. And they're coming out and competing. And they have a place to go that's right near home. You get one of the best educations you can receive. So there's so many upsides to being able to do that. We're really fortunate as a community to be able to have it here. Now the comment's already been warned for stalling. He's going to have to start coming up. JoJo's going to have to come off the hips a little bit, and I think if he does, he'll get that stalling call.
Well, you just look at the Olivet wrestler's head. I mean, he's hanging it, keeping it on the mat. Like he's not interested in scoring from down there. He's looking to survive the end of this match. He just took a shot.
If we're going to lay there, that's what's going to happen. JoJo, there it is. There's the stalling call.
Just tilt.
There's his 4. Rolls it up, and that's the end of the match.
Tech fall.
Nice match for JoJo.
Right away. There you go.
Score ends up 23-6.
23. That's a lot of points.
That's a lot of points. 23-6. That gives us a team score of 35-6. That brings up Blake Ross
Let's get it, Jill.
at 174, moving up from 165.
Get it, Jill. Let's go.
Let's see if Blake can keep it rolling. He's going to take on Hayden Kinyorski.
Kinyorski.
He's a sophomore from Walled Lake Central. Straight out of West Bloomfield. He's a sophomore. He was a letter winner last year. 18 wins as a freshman. That's pretty impressive.
That is. Oh,
Pretty good ankle pick.
he snapped right down there and got it. Ross is still in it.
It's a good scramble from Ross.
Nice job.
All right, up. Get up. And you okay? Nice. All right, let's go. First move. Let's go.
Still no points in the first.
First move. Let's go right away. You know what time it is? Let's go. Up.
Oh, super duck.
Super duck.
There you go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Push it. Get smart.
There's another one.
Let's go. Let's go. 20 seconds. 20 seconds.
That's a mat return.
That's a mat return. There's
Ross showing a little quickness with that low single attempt. Came up short, but
he's not going to want to wait. He's not going to want to drape that arm again. Right there, he's going to.
it's an interesting lock the Comet has there on the left side.
He's locked on his own wrist, straightening that out. It's kind of a reverse hammer lock for a Russian 2-on-1.
Can't really see it on camera, I'm sure. Now they might be able to.
Ross is going to peel that far out. He's walking into that. He's got to pull that far elbow to him, get that back, get out of that Russian 2-on-1 tie. It's a bad place to be. He has no control over where he's going to go. He can't take him down from there.
If you're Ross, you try to close the distance and get underneath this guy.
He's going to have to because this guy's getting underneath you. So he's going to have to fight it back. If he knee slide it up into it. Controlling the elbow, pulling it down, circle your way out of it. Can't just stay there. Don't leave your hand on the mat. He's going to tighten up that front headlock. There it is. Elbow down.
That's a for real high crotch.
Out of bounds.
Kinyorski with a couple of super ducks and a
nice,
absolute beautiful high crotch.
He
Didn't
did,
score
too.
there, but
He was right in it. That would have been in the center of the mat. That would have been 2. That's the end of the first. There's a little blood.
Forward, pump it forward.
I got a score 4-2.
Chop, big chop. Right back into him. Up.
Now we talked about it earlier. How fortunate we are to have a place so close to home that kids can go and further their education. But also how fortunate we are to have a school that feels it's important enough to put our sport on television and have us out here, a couple dummies sitting in the booth talking about wrestling on a Friday night, putting it on camera, putting it out for everybody to be able to see. It really is impressive and great that we're able to do that.
anytime the sport gets showcased the way that MCC showcases it, I mean, it's special. And wrestling is respected here on campus, and the guys that come to campus are respected as athletes and as students. And it is cool that it gets showcased the way it does here.
And we have a great visual arts department, and then we have a great media center and media department that puts these on and does so much more for the community. Ooh, they go out of bounds. Ross still maintain control, but Kinyorski did a good job getting to his feet. Controlling those hands, digging out the far end.
The old standing switch.
There it is for 2 reversal.
Go.
6-2.
Good job. Nice job. Come on up. You're okay.
And there's the 1.
Good job by Ross getting to his feet and not getting mat returned.
Good job not reaching there too. So when he reaches in, he's been victim to those 2 super ducks and the 1 high crotch. Oh, and 2 ankle picks.
Kinyorski, again, we talked about him. He's a letter winner. He's a sophomore. He won 18 matches as a freshman. Ross has just walked into 2 seasoned and really polished college wrestlers.
He did. And he did it moving up a weight, so he's
Oh
moving
yeah,
up.
forget about that.
Moved up a weight tonight to go ahead and do that. So
Hopefully
Ross is-
Blake just keeps in mind that he's going to be one of these guys, and it's going to be sooner than later.
oh, he's a talented kid. Fun to
Super
watch.
duck, high
Man,
crotch.
that is pretty though.
It is.
He did a good job staying out, getting his elbow down.
Elevate the leg.
You know, the Blake Ross that's on the mat tonight versus the Blake Ross that's going to be on the mat in January, you won't be able to tell that it's the same kid.
Nope, it's 2 completely different wrestlers will end up being. Ross is going to go down.
You know, just the thing that can't happen is for this to knock any confidence off him. We at Whitehall spent so much time game planning against Blake because he's talented, he's smart. He has every right in the world to be really, really confident, even after, not knowing how this match is going to end up, but even in, coming up short twice in one night against 2 good wrestlers. Can't let it affect his confidence because he is going to be an extremely good wrestler here at Muskegon.
Well, and that's the thing too, and that's what happens a lot of times when you have holes in your lineup and you start moving kids around. Sometimes they get a little beat up, they get a little discouraged, and that's what you got to try to, as a coach, kind of fight against. So
Right.
Keep circling. Keep circling.
I'm sure Coach Tiedema will evaluate where he's moving kids and how he's moving them and put us out there for it.
And this, what's going on over there is they attend to the Comets blood issue. Just a lot of coaching that happens in situations like this. He's going to take this experience into the rest of the season. And because he's so smart and because he's such a talented wrestler, he'll take these experiences and just grow.
Well, he's still in this match.
Absolutely. What is the score?
It scores 8-3, so he's he's still in it. He's got a whole period left. I mean, there's nothing wrong. It's a lot to ask him to. After watching Kinyorski wrestle, it's going to be a lot to come back on.
I just saw everything I needed to see as he walked away from Tiedemann. They both had big smiles on their face. It looks like, that tells me that Blake is taking these matches for what they're worth, and what they're worth is a lot of experience.
That's exactly it. So
you're not gonna become an All-American on the first night of the season.
nope. I watched National Champ lose last year.
Yep.
His first match of the college career. Maybe not his first. There's an escape for one.
Blake staying in good position with his hands and his hips, good stance.
Keeping those in.
Go through the sequence, let's go! Don't waste this! Elevate it!
What about you? What do you think of the singlets?
I like him. I like the piping on the shoulder. They're, people who know me would probably suggest they're a little fancy for my taste, but I like them. I like the Jayhawks down the side. Have always liked the color scheme. I like the little Jayhawk on the back. I'm a fan. I'll bet you Gavner didn't design that.
I'm gonna say probably not.
Coach, I think we could describe him as a minimalist in terms of the attire.
Well, that was a nice double. I would agree with you. Let's see.
Let's see what these T-shirts look
I'm
like.
going to say it's more traditionalist than minimalist.
That's awesome. Tradition, that's what I was getting at.
So those
That's a
are
good
pretty
looking T-shirt right there.
So that's the end of the match. We got another 4-point score of that one. So the score of 12-5. Maybe some riding time in there. You think there was riding time on there?
I would guess.
Then it's 13-5. That gives us the Comets a major. That brings the team score to 35-10 and brings us to 184 pounds.
This is going to be McGehee or McGee.
Yep. So
McGee from Ferndale. He won his first match, right?
McGehee, I believe so. Let me look. So McGehee did not. He wrestled Sergio Crespo, lost a 4-3 match.
4-3. I knew it was a close one. He's going to take on Keegan Silverthorne from Croswell, Lexington. Silverthorne, a 2-time state placer in Division III.
Does it say what year he is?
He's a freshman.
He's a freshman, so 2 freshmen?
He is also a freshman.
Be aggressive, take shots! Take shots, Noah! Cross face! Oh, there you go!
This is McGee's second match. There is I'm looking at the 174 pounder. Who's wrestling 174 for the Jayhawks?
174 was just Blake Ross.
So McGee will be
184.
184, and Hadwan will be 197. We didn't see Riley Turcha, a freshman out of Haskins, Ohio. He's an Ohio high school state placer. He's a freshman. Didn't see him wrestle tonight.
This is Disney Dual All-American.
He may have been called away on business tonight.
There you go, Noah!
McGehee on an ankle pick slides it up to a single. You gonna be able to finish this one, Mike?
He's got it. He's got it. This is going to be, he's going to lift the single straight up. Oh, and then he's going to double off. He did not.
That's a lot of lifting to come up short. That's too big.
This is some energy expelled there.
Man. Well, one thing's clear, McGehee is strong.
He is strong, moving up a weight class to do that too.
Look away! There you go! Get him!
So you're thinking it's Churcha and not Silverthorne.
Get up!
No. That was Church is a Jayhawk, but McGehee got both matches at 74, and Church is listed at 74.
Yeah, no, he's not in the lineup this evening. Scores after all that lifting, heavy lifting, score still 0-0.
Zeros.
Let's go, first move! There you go, get up! There you go!
McGee's going to start this period on top.
Pull it back! Push it, there you go! Push it down! Push it! Keep pushing his head away!
Silverthorne doing a good job getting to his butt. McGehee was doing a good job of staying behind him, and that's going to be a reversal and a forceful mat return.
Let's go, Noah!
Now McGee's chasing 2.
Score 2-2.
It's 2-0. McGehee started the second period on bottom, I think.
Yeah.
That's tight.
That's tight.
Chicken wing. It's still tight. Oh, good job of getting off his back, 'cause that was tight. That was a 4-pointer, though.
Could have been worse.
Could have been a lot.
Could have been worse. That was. I'm surprised that it came off that as tight as it was.
Well, he's going to get another chance to come off because this is another tight chicken wing. Not that time.
Not that time.
Keegan Silverthorne, the freshman from Crosswell, Lexington.
With a fall in 4:02.
Baker Hodwan will come out and see if he can get Lady momentum back on the Jayhawks side.
Right there. He'll be taking on Raiden Holmes of the County.
Raiden Holmes. He's a freshman from Pine River. 2-time state qualifier. He was 3rd in the MHSAA Division 4 last year.
That brings our team score to 35 for the Jayhawks, 16 for the Comets. Bringing us up to our last 2 matches of the evening.
Hudwan again, he's a sophomore from Livonia Churchill over in Dearborn. He's a state placer. Still trying to figure out what GFC stands for, but he was a GFC placer.
Gordon Food Company.
Greater Fruitport Community
Placer.
Could have been a placer of the Greater Fruitport community.
I believe GFC is the conference that they are in.
Oh, yeah,
Is
probably.
he a sophomore? So that's the conference that Olivet is in. Don't ask me what they stand for, but I believe that's the conference.
I bet the C stands for conference.
Okay. I believe you're right.
Or confederation.
It could be that too. Oh, nice slide by for 2. He's got a leg on. Now this happened in his first match too. He does a good job with that legging, but he needs to bring that hip pressure across.
Yeah, we were saying that last match. As strong as he is, apply some hip pressure, keep a guy on the mat.
All right. But it doesn't look like Rayden's lacking any strength though either. Right now we're still in the first. Score is 2-1. Baker from the Jayhawks is up. Another slide by for 2.
If my memory serves, and it maybe is and maybe isn't, I feel like Baker started slow and put together a bunch of points in the late second and third period in his last match.
He did.
Oh, yeah. Scored 6 in the second,
Scored another
3 more in the third. No points in the first period in his last match.
So it bodes well for the Jayhawks that he started out to a 4-1 lead.
There's a leg back in. There's a little bit more pressure this time.
Well, he threw both of them in. I like that too, but
It's a Mike McGehee special.
you throw both in, you stay underneath those arms, start throwing power moves. You know,
Power
I'm
moves, yeah.
a power mover.
Not a lot of tilts coming from Mike McGehee in double leg riders.
Not in double leg riders. No, sir.
A lot of headaches coming from those guys.
You give them,
Sore necks.
you know, but with the advent of the 4-point near fall, that you can rack up some points in a hurry with a nice tilt. Something tells me we're going to see quite a few more of them at the collegiate level.
See Brock Johnson warming up down in the Jayhawk bench.
Speaking of facial hair being allowed,
Speaking, it's a lot of facial hair right there. He leads the team in facial hair.
score 4-1 after the first. Had Juan leading.
I heard a rumor that Mr. and Mrs. Johnson cut off Brock's razor money. They won't give any more money for razors.
No, it's unnecessary now. So. Oh, nice cradle.
Well, he got way high to go get it, didn't he?
He did. He rides high. No points out of it. Get that hip across. Get that hip across and drive it over. Oh, he did get way high to get that. I thought he had something there. Oh, he's got a bundle. Bundle.
Holmes did a good job of closing that hip down as soon as he got the bundle.
Holmes did do a good job with that, and Holmes was doing some moving off the bottom. And Hadwan was doing a good job following. I was nervous he was going to get called for stalling there.
I bet Baker could cinch down a bundle and make it tight. Probably make it squeak a little bit.
He looks like that type of a guy. He's riding that knee ride. He's got to throw that leg in. If nothing else, a short leg ride.
There he goes. It's like he heard
Keeps
you.
it. Throws them both. Stretch it out. Nothing wrong with this
more
here.
hips. Needs a little bit more hips.
Stretch it out. Oh, you're getting a little high. Get underneath that arm. Ooh. He did a good job following that around. You got to throw them both back on. We're going to wind down to the end of that period.
What time does wrestling start tomorrow morning, Mike?
9 o'clock. 9 o'clock at Bartell Road Gymnasium.
I tried to throw you a curveball there. 9 o'clock a.m.
If you show up early and they're not ready, it's because the person running the tournament was late.
Mike McKelly says 9 o'clock. You can take it to the bank.
Take it to the bank. Hadwan chose down. He's got a 4-1 lead and a point for riding time right now. Match ready to start. Can't stay there. Don't let those legs get thrown on him.
Did you win this tournament when you wrestled at Muskegon?
I took second twice.
I was second and then third. No, second and then fourth. Lost to Kevin Gue in the finals our freshman year.
I lost to a teammate as well. I lost to Mark McGehee.
Mark McGehee, the champ. I'm surprised he doesn't call you from time to time to remind you.
Just to remind me. Amazing double leg, Mark McGehee.
Maybe the best double leg ever. If you asked him, that's what he would tell
He
you.
would tell you so. And I would agree with him.
Good guy, yeah, oh yeah. Good guy, Mark McGehee.
And if he's listening, we'd like to see him too. Got two reversal. With the leg on again. Hip pressure across there, hip pressure across. He's going to stay straight on. Out of bounds. Let's go back to the center for a restart. The score right now is Baker Hadwan from Muskegon is leading the score of 6-1 over Radden Holmes. We're going with
You think Radden?
Radden?
I'm saying Radden.
That's what we're saying. Radden Holmes. 6-1. He's got a riding time point coming. You double it off.
Not sure what the caution was. A little deep on the tight waist, maybe.
Throws the leg on, short time, it's all done. With 1 point riding time, that makes the score 7-1 for Hadwan from the Jayhawks. That brings our team score to 38-16. Brings us to the last match of the evening.
Brock Johnson of Muskegon Catholic Central. You know a little bit about Brock, don't you?
I coached Brocky on his way up through at Muskegon Catholic. Brock's a two-time All-Stater for the Crusaders. Come on over to be a Jayhawk. He's going to go against Jack Trump of Olivet.
Trump's a junior from Lakewood, Lake Odessa. And that's all we know about him.
And he's a junior.
He's not Trump's not a giant of a heavyweight.
No, he isn't. But those are, being that he's a junior with some college experience, a little smaller, probably used to wrestling the big guys when he's up there. So,
And being from Lakewood, Lake Odessa, you got to watch the headline.
watch the headline. I don't know if it shows on camera, but I always believe it's got to be a little annoying for a guy like Brock to wrestle wearing a sweater every day. So I'm surprised he doesn't suffer from heat exhaustion.
Argyle? Is that Argyle?
That's our Argyle sweater.
Wrestling a sweater. It's a mean-spirited thing to say about your boy.
Oh, I was thinking for him.
You're looking out for his health and
Looking out
well-being?
for his well-being. I don't want him to overheat.
I like the way he pushes the pace. He moves forward.
Brock's always done that well. Stays in good position, moves forward, keeps the pressure on. He's got a great workout partner in the room with Ramon Correa. Raymond Correa. Tattoo parlor in Lakewood, Lake Odessa.
Yep, they'll put him right on your leg.
They will.
Beard factory in Fruitport.
There is a beard factory. Now Trump comes in with that underhook with authority.
Think he means it?
Right there, he uses it to get an angle.
Well, he leads with a left hook.
He's coming right up in there with it.
Works that underhook.
It's hard to use that underhook on those guys when they're that big.
Watch his left hand. That one was a little less with a little less authority.
That's the end of the first. Score 0-0. Trump chooses to go down. Brock uses his weight fairly well from the top position. He's going to let him go. Ooh, there's that left hook you were talking about. Left uppercut.
If they stay on their feet the rest of the period, Brock go down in the third period. He's pretty good off the bottom.
He is good off the bottom, typically.
He wrestled a lot of close matches in high school.
There were. He won a lot of close matches too. Brock will stay pushing to the end, so it's good. I wouldn't say a lot of close matches, or most of his matches ended in a pin, but he's not a big thrower, but he has a nice underhook to a leg snatch himself. I know for sure he's not used to wrestling somebody this small.
Oh, a nice front headlock.
So
Make that work.
he can finish it. He can head in the hole.
I like the way he gets to the hip. I love the way he gets to the hip. Can he get there?
He's there.
Two.
There's two. He left his leg in. Nice.
That was a nice takedown. Can't see how much time's left in the Oh, the tapper's already out there.
It's a short time. I think he's right to the end.
It's pretty smart. You can give up that stalling call there in exchange for finishing the period without an
Without a
escape.
score, yep.
That's good work off the bottom.
Now, if he
Get a
gets
body
in,
lock there?
he can jack those up.
He's got it locked. Good job.
Now he's running a bundle. He's got a nice bundle. He gets it pretty tight, but he runs a one-arm bundle, and he reaches under for the far leg to
Okay.
kind of do almost a Turk with it. So he'll get the
How's
crossface.
his cradle?
Not known for his cradle. He's going to keep that arm down. He's going to keep the pressure on. He'll keep working to the side. He's been warned for stalling, so
Oh yeah, he still has that wrist. I thought he lost the wrist.
and then he'll pick up that inside leg.
I lost the bundle.
Now he's going to have to keep getting to the side. He's used to this call taking a little longer in high school.
Right.
He's got that half pretty deep. Right there.
That's a second stalling call on the bottom man. It's a good start for Brock Johnson.
It is a good start. Nice. With a riding time, we won. That makes the score 1, 2, 3, 5, 7-1.
It's a good first college match against a junior.
It really is. You get some of those butterflies worked out, that first match, especially that first period. I'm proud of the kid. Looks good. Looks good in blue and yellow.
Absolutely.
So it's our wrap up of the night. We started at 125 pounds.
Benny Gomez goes out and just is Benny Gomez, a fall in 5 minutes 11 seconds over Brandon Goike.
And then Corey Robinson coming back to get a little redemption on the night with a fall at 1:42 to put the team score at 12-0.
Score became 18-6 at 141 with a double void. And then at 149, we're assuming it was Ethan May against Dren Bratram, scoring the fall in 4 minutes 36 seconds.
And at 157 pounds, you have Sage Gonzalez with a fall over Frank Mercurio in a time of 2 minutes 16 seconds.
JoJo Dowdell bumps up to 165 to take on Ethan Sharp. rattles off 23 points against Sharp, wins 23-6, and that made the duel 35-6 in favor of the Jayhawks.
And then Blake Ross at 174 pounds, moving up from 165. He took a loss on the evening to Hayden Konyorski. The score was 13-5.
You know, and not to blow a bunch of smoke at Blake Ross, but I want to go back to Ross. You know, he had a tough night against two really polished wrestlers. Wrestled well enough just to encourage that kid to stay positive moving on into the season.
He did. It is, and it's a lot to ask any wrestler to move up like that, and especially on your very first night as a college wrestler. But he performed well. He's going to do well in his wrestling career here and stay healthy.
Yep. At 184, Ronald McGehee bumps up, takes on Keegan Silverthorne. Silverthorne. It's a mouthful. Scores a fall at 4 minutes and 2 seconds to make the score 35-16.
And at 197, Jayhawk Baker had one, took on Raiden Holmes and defeated him with a score 7-1, making the team score 38-16.
And then Muskegon Catholic Central's own Brock Johnson rounds out the night in a dominant fashion. Won that one by a score of 7-1, and the final score of the duel is 41-16. As a man who doesn't like the comments, is that enough?
I think that we got him. I think
Mike?
we got him. It could have been. We could have kept him off the board. I would have been a little happier about it, but all in all, I think we performed well against Comets. And you know, overall, for the first night on the mat, we have some promising talent coming back through.
Is that your takeaway watching this? I think it's a fairly young team that they're promising. That they what do they got to do moving forward?
Well, we do have some sophomores in that lineup with Benny Gomez and Corey Robinson, and then heavyweight with Ramon or Raymond Correa. You know, we have some firepower coming back, but I also think we have some great talent coming in as a freshman. And it was shown tonight too with at the weight classes there with JoJo Dowdell and then with Blake Ross again and Sage Gonzalez. We have some good talent coming through that room.
Absolutely, it's going to be an exciting next couple of years with these Jayhawks. These young guys look explosive and a lot of promising talent.
It is, and I'm Mike McKellick.
I'm Craig Christensen.
And we're signing off for the evening.
Come on by and watch the tournament tomorrow.
9 o'clock.